Welcoming a new Dolphins linebacker, Shaq Barrett, to the podcast here. Shaq, welcome to South Florida, man.
Oh, dang, I'm tripping.
Just kind of hitting you, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I wrote in my notes here. I put in my notes here a 3-hour trek across Alligator Alley from Tampa to Miami. Mm-hmm. And our comms guy, Brett, over there said, you can get there in 3 hours. How long does it take to get from here to Tampa?
I never drove.
You never made that drive?
Drove. I know when the hurricane came a little bit ago, a couple of my teammates took the drive down and yes, it was way more than 3 hours.
Yeah, it depends on traffic out there, but it can go pretty fast as well. But I'm just curious, you're staying in the Sunshine State. You must like it here a little bit.
Oh yeah. This is a great second home for us. Home always going to be Colorado, but I don't think you can compete with this. As a second home, like, it don't get no better than this.
The weather always is the first thing guys talk about. How about the football, though? What really attracted you to the Miami Dolphins in this free agency process?
They have a great team down here. And then, like, I know in my position, there's some guys coming off an injury, and they some really good pass rushers, really just good players in general. So for me to come in as an older guy, help them guys out a little bit and just provide a little spark for when they need a break or just a spark for until they come back, I think I could help out with that. And I just like the potential of being a Super Bowl champion. I think this team has that potential for sure.
I get the sense you're going to fit right in with Jalen and Bradley because they kind of have a really close bond. Have you had a chance to meet those two guys yet or talk to them at all?
Yeah, I talked to Chubb for a little bit the day I agreed to come down here. Me and Chubb have a relationship from Denver. We was in Denver together for a year, but I haven't talked to Jalen at all yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I know it's like great guys on the field, and I know Chubb is a great guy off the field. So, and then him and Phillips having a great relationship, so he must be too.
Right, we missed him sorely when they went down last year. It seems like recently in the NFL, teams have gone more towards like 3 top line, really good pass rushers. Why do you think it's so important to have not just 2 guys that can go out there on any given snap, but 3, 4 good pass rushers?
Because you can't play every play, no matter what type of shape you in, you're gonna get tired out there for sure. And I have somebody coming in, then the play stay pretty much the same. Is important to be able to get pressure on that quarterback. You don't want the quarterback being back there holding the ball for more than 3 seconds. Right. Usually it's 2.5, 2.4. So if they're holding it for 3, of course somebody's gonna get open in that amount of time. Corners can't cover forever, no matter how good they are. So if you could get pressure on the quarterback, you can almost guarantee that you have a chance of winning that game.
Run game too, right? Both those guys play a lot of good run down reps. I know that your tape has plenty of good run defense. I see you set these hard edges, man, on tape all the time. What's the key to coming out there and playing a really good hard edge on the defensive side of the ball?
I think of it as I supposed to do. Like, I'm already starting I'm already outside of you by like 1.5 yards, 2 yards. So if I fire off the ball and just meet you at this point, I should be able to keep you like at bay and keep my outside arm free and don't let nothing outside. So I think of it as just like I'm already outside. I better not get beat outside. Like, if I get beat outside, I know it happened once, I already blew moon, but like I should never get beat outside. Like, at least like not like maybe once every blue moon, but no more than that.
That's when you get called out in the all-22 review the next day on tape, right? When you're giving out that outside shoulder, you get beat on the outside edge. You can't have that happen.
Sometimes I take a chance and I like might go with something inside to try to get back out. I might get beat that way, but like head up, straight up, you shouldn't like. It just basic. Like, if you outside, don't lose the outside.
Can't happen, right? So I've heard the phrase before: play the run on the way to the quarterback. Are you familiar with that? And what does that mean to you?
I am familiar with that, and it's not too often that I was able to do that. It's some games when we're like, yeah, we know the team we playing, like, yeah, you play the run on the way to the quarterback. So it means your first 2 steps, you go on a pass rush, and then if you see your guy come for a run block, then you sit down and you keep the edge and do your responsibility after that. But playing a run on the way to the pass means get after the quarterback. Like, we know they run a little bit, but we don't have to worry about that too much. And if we do got to worry about it, you could do it 3 steps up the field and still be able to get your job done. So I love playing a run on the way to the pass because it's pin my ears back.
Right. That's what every pass rusher loves, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds like it's so reactive and so tough to do, to be that quick thinking. And you're entering year 11 now. That must sound crazy to you, right? Year number 11. But is that something you kind of learn along the way, the fast thinking of the position?
Yeah, it takes time just to get comfortable and knowing the keys and reading and reacting to everything that you see and trusting what you see. That's a big thing too. Trusting, because some guys see it, but they don't like trust in their instincts as much. So just playing for a while, I got to see a lot of different sets. It's not too many different sets you could get. So it's now I could pretty much gauge what I'm gonna get off of like the first or second step, and then I could react off of that. But it's been a blessing to be here going on to 11 years.
Yeah, I bet. It's been fun talking football with you here. I want to keep going because I'm curious about your pass rush arsenal. You know, guys have different moves. They add to their arsenal over the course of their career. How has your being in the league for 10 years helped you stretch that arsenal and just have more answers when offensive tackles have different answers for you?
Yeah, it's been amazing to be with the certain guys that I've been with, to learn from them guys, because I came into the NFL with 2 pass rush moves. I came with a double swipe and a bull rush. So I most definitely elaborated off of the moves a lot, and now I have a wide array of tools in my toolbox now. Because it's always good, because you don't know what guys you're going to get each week, and so you got to watch film on them, and you got to see what beat them guys, and then you got to have your version of that move to beat them, plus to get bread and butter moves as well. So I always try to just study film and see what guys did against the opponent I'm going against next, and try to see if I got that tool in my toolbox. If not, put my version of that tool in there.
Do you feel like that experience and that skill set is something you can impart on the younger guys? Like, I know Jalen Phillips has a bunch of sacks and plays in his career, but he's still a young guy. Mm-hmm. Is that something you think you can impart on a guy like JP?
Oh yeah, like every room I've been in, we always been open books. Like, no matter what it is, like if you see something I like, ask me and I'll show you how to do it. I see something you like, you can show me how to do it. Like, I love being in rooms like that where we all trying to help each other get better.
Yeah, that's really cool. It sounds like you're going to fit in pretty good here because the locker room down here is pretty tight. Undrafted free agent, didn't play a lot as a rookie, part-time player with only a handful of starts until your 6th NFL season when you got to Tampa Bay. Then you just go off. You just start second quarterbacks 18 and a half times a year. Crazy numbers. What did you learn from that journey, from, climbing your way from that position all the way into year 11 as a guy that, commands a lot of attention in this league? Yeah,
so just on this journey, I just learned to be confident in my abilities and trusting, like I was saying earlier, your instinct. You gotta trust your instincts, because there's plays out there where if I just do my job, I might not make the play. Sometimes you might have to, if the tag, you gotta read your guy who's blocking you. Honestly, if the guys he jump outside of you like a jump set, you gotta take the inside if you want to win. Because if I go outside, it's just not running my head into the wall. It's nothing I could do to win on that play. So it's just and then trusting it. You gotta be able to see it in that quick second, because you ain't got a lot of time before he realized that he overset you and sit back down and try to get back to it. So if you just look at your keys, trust what you see and react quickly to it. It helped me out a lot on my journey, and just all that time in the league, just getting more comfortable and confident in everything I've been doing and all my abilities just help take you to the next level.
Really enjoying talking your current career, current football with you. Really good stuff here, but I want to go all the way back to close this podcast out here, because you started your career at Nebraska Omaha, a program that got disbanded, and then you transferred to Colorado State after your freshman year. That had to have been an emotional roller coaster. What were you thinking when that program no longer exists? Mm-hmm. Now you don't have anywhere to play football.
Yeah, that's my brother called me that night, because he was on a wrestling team. He told me that they was canceling a wrestling team too, disbanding a wrestling team right after they won a national championship. Wow. I was like, hopefully it's just wrestling. Hopefully it ain't football.
It's not gonna touch football, right? It's too popular.
Then my coach called me the next morning and told me it was true, and that it was disbanding football too. And I did not want to be by myself yet. That's the only reason why I went to Nebraska Omaha, because my brother was going there. I had a full ride scholarship to go to North Dakota, but I turned it down because I just wasn't ready to be by myself. But then I was like, man, it's time for me to grow up. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta be by myself, because that's the only option. So me being able to get out my comfort zone helped me out a lot. And Colorado State, they was welcoming, helped my wife get a job. Just helped us out with the family aspect as much as they could, with the rules being what they were back then. Mm-hmm. So I just had to grow up. But yes, I was not ready to leave Omaha yet at all.
That's good stuff. Well, it's great to meet you, Shaq. New Dolphins linebacker Shaq Barrett. Appreciate your time today, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.